Everyone, it's Jason Katzenbach with JohnCow.com, and in this quick video I'm going to show you just how easy it is to set up Twitter feed to start feeding your Twitter account with your blog posts from your own blog. Now, it doesn't even have to be a blog post, but as long as you have an RSS feed, you can feed it automatically into Twitter very easily. Yes, there are plugins that you can use that help this, but I do recommend you use Twitter feed, and in another video I'll be showing you Twitter feed is great for helping you to keep up-to-date information in your Twitter account that is very niche targeted to help all your followers have, the inside scoop on everything that's going on, making you appear to be as an authority. And in that video that I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly how to find great feeds to be able to use and appear as if you're on the cutting edge of everything new that's coming out in the industry. But in this video, I just want to focus in on how you use Twitter feed to be able to feed your blog posts, your most recent blog posts, into your Twitter account. Now, twitterfeed.com is a completely free service. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to log in, and you're going to need to use what's called an OpenID login. Now, if you already have a Gmail account or anything like that, and I'll show you here, if you have a Gmail, VidOp, any of these kind of accounts, Yahoo, you already have an OpenID basically. Now, if you don't already have one of these, what you can do is click down here and use this Get One by MyVidOp. And I want you to use this link here because this is a free service. This is actually an affiliate link for Twitter feed, and it helps support them because being this a free service, I want to allow them to keep it free. So if you don't have one, use this. It's not going to cost you anything to use this service, but it helps Twitter feed make some money. Now, if you already have an account, however, for example, I'm just going to use my Google account. I'm going to log in with that. And it's logged me in, and now I'm going to click on my feeds. Now, I don't have any feeds. This is a new test account that I'm doing just for this video. I'm going to show you how easy to use it. First thing you're going to do is click on Create New Feed. Now, one of the things that Twitter has done is they've allowed you to now authenticate at Twitter, meaning that Twitter has a new system where it's an API access to identify that it's actually your blog that it's going to be posting to, sorry, your Twitter account. Now, you can use the standard. They used to have a username and password system where you would just enter that, but you can use this system I recommend instead. So what you do is you just simply click on it. It's going to bring you to your Twitter account. And it's going to say allow Twitter feed access. I'm going to click allow. And then it's going to simply bring me back to Twitter feed. So this is excellent because it makes sure that you're using the right username, password, and it's all taken care of. Now, one other quick thing. You notice here it says feed your blog to Twitter, ident, teletext, ping FM. If you're using any of these services, all you have to do is click in the drop down and pick the ones you want to use. But for this, I'm just showing you how to use Twitter. So what you're going to want to do now is add the RSS feed from your blog. So if we go to the John Cow blog, I'm going to click on my RSS feed link. I'm going to take the URL, and then now I'm going to simply enter it into here and click Test RSS Feed. Feed was parsed successfully, so that's set to go. Now, your update frequency. What I recommend you do is select every 30 minutes, and the reason why is if there's nothing to post, it won't post. And as you can see here, depending on, so for example, if I only click one, it will only go to my RSS feed, get the most recent link, post that, but it won't post any of the other older posts you have. It will only look for the most recent one, and then from that moment, every 30 minutes, it'll go back and look and see if there's a new one. Now, the reason why I like 30 minutes is that way I know that it's going to be no longer than 30 minutes from the point that I've made my post until it's going to be posted on Twitter. Now, for include, I only include the title. And then it says here, include item link. If uncheck send tweets without a link, you want your link to be used. Now, shorten link through, you can see here there's a whole bunch of different services. The one that I like to use because of tracking is Bitly. Now, Bitly is a system that I've mentioned before to use, And it's a simple URL shortener, but it's got a great system where it has an API access where you can come in and look at how well, the traffic is. Now this is what you can see here is your top 10 recent, and it's only since 12:36. Now what's cool about this is you're seeing that in the last, what time is it now? It's in 1 hour. Even though I haven't made a new post since well, it's been over an hour now, I've still gotten 120 visitors just from Twitter. And what you can see here, for example, here was the most recent post I made. It was, it was actually a John Cow sponsor shout out. It was a brand new sponsor that bought advertising on John Cow, so I made a post about it on Twitter only. If I click here on info, what it'll show me is how many people, and you can see at the time that I sent it, that right away, I got 99 visitors. And what's great about this, if you look at the post that I made, I simply wrote sponsor shout out, thanks, and I had a link in there. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not really an aggressive call to action. So what I'm telling you that for is with my 9,000 followers and any link I post on there, I'm getting great traffic. Now, if I would have wrote this better and really been trying to promote the product and really trying to get clicks on it from a standpoint of making sure there's a really, great subject line or text and a great link, I could have easily doubled that and gotten 200 visitors just from a simple 2-second post. So again, Twitter is really powerful. But what I want to show you here is once you've registered for Bitly, and make sure you do register for account, because you can use it without registering, but then you won't have API access. And you want API access because you want to be able to log in and then click on your, and then what you're going to have is your API key here. And the reason why you want that is I'm going to show you now. If we go back to Twitter feed, if I shorten a link through Bitly, I can have it so that it just uses Bitly and nothing else. But because I have an account, I can put my API login in here. So I put that, and then I put this in there. And now, every time it posts, I'm going to have detailed tracking for that post. Now, post news items based on publication date, GUI, I don't know what that is, so I just leave it at pub date. And now you can prefix each tweet with. What this means is you can add it so that your tweet will also have this text included in it. I just leave that blank. Now, last but not least, you can filter by keywords. So say you have a blog that's on multiple categories, but you only want feeds sent to your Twitter that are on certain keywords. So all you have to do here is just click filter by keywords, and then just enter a whole bunch of different keywords that you want to make sure are used. Now, I just leave that blank, and I recommend you do, especially if you're just using it to post directly from your blog. Next, you're going to keep this checked. It means active. If you do want to stop, you can just click and uncheck it, but I want it active, obviously. Last but not least, you're going to click create. And what's going to happen is it's not going to be instantaneous that you get a post on your Twitter. But you're going to see here there's going to be a little exclamation mark. That just means that it's not checked yet. It's a news feed. It's got to be, everything's got to be verified. But once it is approved, this will turn into a little green checkbox and you're good to go. Now, in another video, again, I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to add more feeds in this to constantly keep your blog updated, your Twitter account, your Twitter feed updated so your followers are always getting great information. And I'm also going to talk about how you can balance that. But for right now, I recommend you sign up for Twitter, sign up for Bitly or bit.ly, and get your blog set up so that you're posting to Twitter automatically.